Mr. Gorbachev.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Mr. Gorbachev.
Turn up this podcast.
I'm in this for the money and the pussy, and they're both falling off the trees.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 134 of the Reasonable Doubt Podcast. As always, we are your hosts, Eric C. Griff.
And Chicka J Money.
Welcome. The summer is ending.
It is. Is it? This is technically the last official weekend of summer, right?
I don't know when it officially ends, but it's getting chilly. It's getting nice. It's going to be sweater weather time.
It was a beautiful day at the beach yesterday.
Yeah, you got to get them in.
Yeah, it was
get the
nice.
last of them in.
I'm planning to just hit the beach as much as possible.
Well, yeah, you gotta, like, you ever still go to the beach in, like, early October?
Oh, yeah.
Just, like, clinging onto it?
Yeah, because I love it.
It was 18 degrees for 2 hours.
You're like,
yeah,
yep,
that's summer.
That's summertime.
I'm still going to do it. Water's cold as shit.
I think this year we're supposed to have a late summer.
I like it.
We're supposed to have summer, like, into late October.
That rocks.
Yeah.
Actually.
It does. I know. So
we might actually get, like, a real fall.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Is we might get, like a nice warm fall where things are changing but still warm enough.
Yeah, because normally we get 2 weeks of fall.
And then it goes into shit.
And then it's just, like, shitty pissing cold rain.
Yeah, pissing cold rain.
That's the worst.
Yeah.
Everything gets covered in that, like, brown ice shit.
Oh, yeah.
I think this all the time. I'm never happy, is what I've realized. In, like, the middle of summer, man, I'd be like, man, I wish it just wasn't, like, 40 fucking degrees.
Yeah, it's too hot.
It's too hot. And then in the winter, I'm like, man, I can't wait till I can go outside and it doesn't hurt my face.
Like, okay, so here's the thing. Everyone says we live in, like, a temperate climate here in southwestern Ontario.
Yeah.
That's not true.
No.
Everyone around here is like, it's such a we live in a great spot. It's temperate climate. It's
humid
not.
As fuck all the time.
It's super humid,
Mm-hmm.
like jungle fucking humidity with no breeze, and we don't have all the plant life of jungles to make it breathable humidity.
Yeah, it's like 90% humidity. It doesn't really get much worse than that.
Yeah, it's like, but it's just like car exhaust, like humid car exhaust.
All the time.
Yeah,
I don't know why we
horrible.
deal with it.
We must have a fucking horrendously worse life expectancy here.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Like, you know the days you walk outside and it's immediately hard to breathe?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, another day.
Time to work outside.
Yeah. Those are horrible.
Yeah. I realized I'm never happy.
Yeah.
I'm happy for 2 weeks in, like, April and 2 weeks in October.
Yeah. September I like.
Yeah.
I've said this before. That's why I get so excited about my birthday, because
it's almost your birthday.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tomorrow. By the time this is out, it will be Christian's birthday.
It will have been my birthday, yeah.
Yeah, everyone wish Christian a happy birthday.
Yeah.
Big 3-0.
No, I'm not.
Big 30.
I'm not turning 30.
He's turning 30.
I'm turning 29.
He's being weird about it. He's turning 30.
I'm turning 29.
Sure, he is again.
Turning 29.
The last year of your 20s.
I know, it's actually horrible.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm not stoked.
No, I'd be so stressed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the wrong guy to talk about this. I have a major fucking breakdown on my birthday every year.
Yeah, I'm excited. Like, I feel like I really have to get my shit together.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. I have a year to get my shit together.
You have a year before your life's over,
Yeah, it basically is how I'm feeling. Yeah.
Although, okay, if it makes you feel any better, almost everyone I've talked to over the age of 30 says you have all this anxiety and then you turn 30 and nothing changes.
Yeah, this is what I've heard from everyone.
Yeah, everything's
like,
the same.
You turn 30 and then you're like, didn't get my shit together. And it turns out you don't need to, and all my friends also haven't.
Yeah, everyone, like, what is even getting your shit together
What does that mean? Yeah.
It means doing better than I am now.
Yeah,
that's what it means.
I literally said this the other day. I'm like, if I looked at me now when I was like 18, I would have felt okay about where I'm at.
Yeah.
I have an apartment. I got a girl. I have a fiance.
Yep.
You know?
Got a good group of friends.
I got a bunch of friends. I got a cool truck.
You got an international podcast.
Yep. Like, things
got
are
some
all
good
right.
stuff,
Yeah,
yeah.
like, things are fine. Yeah.
But if I saw myself at 18 now, you know what I mean?
I'd
If I was
be like,
looking
oh,
back on an 18-year-old me,
ready.
I'd just smack the shit out of him.
I'd be like, you need to smarten up. Start
Yeah,
making
you need to smarten
millions.
up because you're gonna end up smartening up, and it's gonna be really hard.
Yeah, I would go back and I'd be like, you need to make millions of dollars.
I'm gonna give you the next 7 Super Bowl winners, and I
Yeah.
really want you to play some bets. On
Yeah,
those,
you
okay?
need to fucking make this shit happen, okay? Yeah.
That is the move. Like every time I just think about like if I could travel back in time or whatever, all you do is just bring back sports books.
If,
Like the Back to the Future 2 thing.
man, if I could go back in time,
Mm-hmm.
I would go back in time and I'd be like, look, here's what you're going to do. Every penny you make,
Save it up for old me. He needs it.
every penny you make, you need to be putting in investments. These are the stocks.
Yeah.
You know? Tesla, everyone thinks it's not going anywhere. It's going somewhere.
Yeah. Go
Yeah.
like way, or even go way back and talk to my parents and be like, Apple,
Yeah, Apple, Google.
Oh, that dumb computer company. Nah.
Yeah. Yeah, Google that was trading as a penny stock. Yeah, you need to put like $100,000.
Like, oh, actually,
on
everything
Google.
you own, sell the house.
Yeah, sell everything you own, put it on Google. Yeah. That's the move. That is the move.
That is the move.
Like, can you imagine being back in the day and being able to put $100,000 on Google?
Yeah.
Dude, you would literally,
retirement
you would be a
time.
billionaire
You'd
right
be on
now.
the board.
Yeah. They'd be like, oh, you own most of our company.
And then all the decisions you would make would cause it to tank. Because I have no idea what I'm doing running a company.
True.
That's the monkey's paw.
Yep. That's the monkey's paw.
Yeah. If you could go back and, like, go back to a younger version of you, how far would you go?
I'd probably go to like 8-year-old me.
Yeah, but then you gotta still live, like, with the rules under your parents for 10 more years.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I would make shit happen. I would end up
You'd be the smartest 8-year-old there is.
I would be a billionaire. No joke. If I went back,
You're like an 8-year-old that understands algebra.
yeah. I'd go back and I'd be like, all right, so school's going to be real easy.
Yeah.
You're going to breeze through school. You're going to get wicked marks. So you're probably going to get a scholarship.
Probably.
I'm going to go to university, but the whole time I'm investing. Dude,
Yeah.
I've been watching stocks for fucking 15 years.
What you gotta do, though, is when you're in high school and in school as a kid, you gotta be, like, learning university shit on the side. Because
Yeah.
mentally you're an adult.
Yeah, so that when you get to university,
you have, like, 8 years to prepare for university.
yeah, and then you're a genius.
And, like, you're in school doing, like, I don't know, patty cake.
Yeah.
Like, that would be a breeze in school.
Yeah, that'd be awesome, dude.
But then you can't fuck until college. Like, you can't take a girl to prom.
At 8?
No, well, no, like, by the time you're prom age, because mentally you'd be, like, 36.
Like you could, it would just be awful.
It would be awful, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd feel gross around it the whole time.
Yeah, you'd be inside of your little body. You'd be like, oh, God.
Yeah, I don't know. Actually, I don't know if I could do puberty again.
Really?
Yeah.
You're just like a horny little devil?
Dude, just, I don't know. Puberty sucked.
Dude, you know what I would get on?
What?
Honestly? I'd hit puberty and I'd fucking jump on steroids. I'd do
Just while
steroids.
your body's already a fucked mix of chemicals.
Just do steroids. Yeah. Get jacked as fuck.
You remember those books they gave you for puberty as a kid?
Yeah.
Be like, you're starting to notice some changes. And I was like, I was getting down with most of it. And then at one point it was always like, you may notice yourself getting clumsier and you bump into things all the time. And, you know, things don't fit.
Is that a
right.
thing?
Yeah. And I'm like,
Oh,
reading
because
it.
you're growing.
Yeah, and then I
Yeah.
never experienced that. And I talked to my parents about it. And I was like, what the fuck was that about? And they're like, you never hit a growth spurt.
Oh, damn.
So I was like, I just missed that part.
I hit growth
I
spurts.
grew like a steady inch a year until I stopped growing. No spurt ever.
Really?
I just like slowly got bigger until like 17.
So you must have never had very big levels of like growth hormone.
Probably not.
It's weird though, because you have like you have a beard,
Mm-hmm.
you know? You look like an aged man.
I am an aged man. That's the stress.
Yeah.
That'll do it. I looked like, when I was 18, I looked like a toddler. just sized up, and then
Yeah, you did.
just years
Started working.
I got weathered.
Yeah.
Yeah, this isn't like the age of you're getting older. This is the age of like you carry a burden.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to reverse my age right now.
Can't.
I can.
You can't do it.
Look how young I look
You
right
do
now.
look young.
Yeah.
You look good. I'll give you that.
Yeah, like I just did.
But don't do
I
the-
just did mushrooms yesterday, and I feel great.
Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, your brain's in a good spot. Don't be the guy that turns 30 and then just starts dunking yourself in anti-wrinkle cream.
I'm going to.
No, don't. It's creepy.
I'm gonna take baths in it.
No, I'm going to get like, those painter suits? I'm going to fill the inside, and I'm just going to slip into this suit.
Yeah, I'll be like, you want to see some wrinkle-free balls?
Your balls look
just
like a cue ball?
Yeah. They're like cherries.
With like the shine.
Shiny and smooth.
I'm only wrinkleless on places that should have wrinkles.
You know
You
what?
don't have any knuckles anymore. They're just flat.
Just the... Yeah, I would never go into trades.
No.
I would have never gone into any form of physical labor. I'd be like, this is the worst way.
I want an air-conditioned office job.
Yep.
That's what I want.
I want to be paid to think.
Yeah. You want to work with your brain, not your back.
Yeah, exactly. That's my dad said it to me a lot when I was a kid,
know,
and I never listened to
That
him.
was the exact wording my dad
Yeah.
taught me, and I was like, yeah, sure.
Yeah,
okay,
work with your
whatever.
brain, not your back.
What do you know, guy that's worked in trades your whole life?
Yeah. Yeah, my dad was so right. He was like, do well in school.
Yeah.
Use your brain, not your body.
And you're probably going to tell your kid that.
Yeah.
And is he going to listen? Probably not.
I'm going to force him to. It'll be different.
No, you can't. You can't force your kids to do anything.
Yeah,
Just
you
go
can.
the other way.
No. You can.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How are you going to force them?
Scare him with the fear of God.
Cripple yourself and be like, this will you.
Yeah.
This will happen to you.
This is what happens if you don't. If you don't listen to Pop Pop.
Yeah, is that what your dad name going to be? Pop Pop?
I hate that shit. You ever hear people say that? Like,
Yeah, like,
oh, hi, Pop Pop. It's like, the fuck is
the
wrong with
fuck
you?
is that? Because, like, people, I think you kind of make up what you want your kid to call you.
Is that a thing?
I think so. Because, like, they don't know.
Come here. What's going on there?
Oh, it's spinning.
Fucking,
It's good. It picks it up. It picks
It's,
it up.
it's
Yeah.
all right? Okay.
Like, you kind of, your kid doesn't know what to call you, right?
Yeah.
So you kind of have to teach him.
Dad.
Dad, sir.
Sir. Yeah.
Yeah, it's sir.
Sir.
No, give
Yeah.
me sir.
You know what? Yeah. Oh, man.
I gave you life.
It's part of why I want to go back to the military so that I can have a child and be like,
Oh, just fuck them up real bad.
yeah, be like,
Yeah, the children of people in the military always turn out normal.
they do.
I know they don't.
lots of military brats.
The
know.
moving around all the time. You have to live on
Oh
nuclear
yeah,
bases
I know
and shit.
tons of army brats, and they're like pretty solid people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know. I've only met. It seems like a not great environment to be raised in.
it's pretty good because it's regimented. It's very organized. There's very much like a set purpose.
Dad wakes up screaming every other night in the middle of the night.
Yeah, like they. No, I don't know. I think it's good. There's a lot of programs. I mean, I can see if you were like an army brat in the 80s, it
Yeah.
would not have been a good time.
No, probably not at all.
No, like it would. You would have.
It's like, oh, we're just gonna live in this tiny town in the north of Alberta
Yeah.
for 10 years.
Yeah. Whereas like now, there's so many programs and stuff in the
That's
military.
probably
for
because they
kids.
fucked up a bunch of kids.
Yeah,
and
they
then
were
those
like, we
kids
should
became
fix
adults
these
and were like,
kids.
not doing that anymore.
Yeah.
That sucked.
Yeah. Yeah, it's way better now, man. There's so many, like, they have daycare programs and shit for kids. Like, it's so nice.
They just make them march around.
No, they get to go and do, like, fun shit. They have military resources and, like, childhood aspirations.
I mean, yeah, you're right. That's kind of the dream.
Yeah, so they're like, oh, what do you want to do? You want to go like, hammer around on the water all day? And they're like, yeah, okay, cool. We're going to fucking go out and go fishing off a rib. A Zodiac boat, you know? Like,
That sounds awesome.
yeah, you get to fire guns. It's fucking awesome. It's
If
like
you
It's like my already childhood with more structure.
That's probably what you needed.
That's why my mom put me in cadets.
You were in cadets.
I was a cadet, yeah.
Like an air cadet?
Yep, I was an air cadet. I was in for Air Force, yeah.
No way.
Yeah, I
What rank did you achieve? Because I'll be referring to that forever.
I think I was a flight sergeant when I left.
Flight Sergeant Grifferty.
Yeah, I think when I was
Did you
done.
go on? Were you in parades?
Yeah, oh yeah. What? Yes. That's why it's so comfortable, man. That's why I miss the military so much. It's comfortable. I've been doing it my whole life.
Oh, the cadets is so funny.
It's nice. I like it. It's fucking...
It's so funny just watching like a child to another child be like, "You will address me by my rank. You will salute me when I walk by."
It was never like that. They were so nice in there. Cause that's fucking...
Why didn't you join the... Oh, because your eyes, right? The Air Force?
What are you talking about? I have great vision. You're the one who's colorblind.
Why couldn't you join the Air Force then?
Oh, I didn't want to join the Air Force.
Why not? You could fly planes.
No. That I tested my aptitude test. So when you join, you have to do an aptitude test.
Yeah.
And they go through everything. My spatial ability was really high, and my math was really high. So they were like, "You can do pilot if you want, but you got to go get a university degree."
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you have to get a degree.
Yeah, for
You
the
said,
pilot
"Fuck
program.
that."
And I was like, I'm not getting a university degree just so I can go and be a pilot. And
Yeah.
I was like, what's the fucking contract for a pilot? 10 years. It is a decade of military contract.
Damn.
That's a long time.
Well, they spend a lot of money making you a pilot. That's
exactly.
why, right?
So you're going to pay that back.
Right.
Yeah. And they work really hard now to retain pilots because guys come in, do their 10 years, and they started at fucking 19, and they're out at 29.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And they yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I always heard the play was to like do one contract in the Air Force as a pilot and then just go fly commercial.
That's what everybody does.
'Cause
So
the
now they
commercial,
work
you
really
make
hard.
bank.
They work really hard to save them now and keep them in the military.
Okay.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
Top Gun shit.
If there's all sorts of stuff, man. They need helicopter pilots a lot, and honestly, helicopters do some crazy shit.
Yeah.
They're so much more agile, right?
I'm too stupid to figure out how a helicopter works.
Dude, it's all over the place. There's so much shit.
It's so
right?
that is the best way to describe
all
it.
over the
a
place.
helicopter is just all over the fucking place.
Yeah, you can go any direction you want all the time.
Yeah, upside down,
Whatever you
door
want.
angles.
Yeah.
Fucking
Backwards, forwards.
I don't think helicopters.
Spin yourself.
Helicopters are one of those things that I don't think humans should have figured out yet.
Yeah.
We should have. It should have been 2150 when we figured out how to make helicopters
Yeah.
work. But somehow we stumbled in on it.
Dude, you'd be shocked, the skill on some of these guys.
Yeah, I know. Those guys are nuts.
Yeah, seeing, I watched a U.S. guy do, a dead drop, so he comes up like this.
Yeah.
And then stops, and then pushes the other way, and flips himself back over, and then as he's falling, catches and goes and takes back off. It's that is fucking insane.
That is insane. There's got to be a little bit of tism on these guys, eh?
Oh, yeah, for sure. They're super skilled.
I don't know if you can make eye contact with a helicopter pilot.
Yeah,
I feel like they're all just
no,
looking over here.
you can because they force you to in the military. They don't believe in autism.
They don't believe in autism. It's
Fuck
run on autism.
Yeah, they train it out of you. They train out all the bad aspects.
They
of
they
autism.
train out the bad aspects.
Yeah, it's
But
there.
the military runs on autism.
Yeah, so the eye contact, they're you fucking look at me when I'm talking to you. They'll get mad at you.
Really?
Oh yeah, I remember standing and getting yelled at, and then he was I'm staring straight ahead.
Yeah.
And he was "Sailor, look at me." And I looked at him, and he was "Look at me when I'm fucking talking to you." And I was "Woo!"
That guy was autistic once.
Yeah, and he was
And they
"Ain't
beat
no
it out of
autism in here." Yeah, they just train it the fuck out of you. It's great, dude. What a great program.
To just get rid of autism.
Just like the military. I don't know. I love it. I love it. What a great place.
You should do that when you're 30.
What?
Rejoin.
Yeah, I'm trying.
How old will they take you?
I think the oldest you could join is 50.
You can join at 50?
You can join at 50. You're very limited as to what you can join.
Yeah, you're not going to just
they're not taking you in to fucking put you in the infantry or anything. But
No.
they'll take you for an HR. Because this is the thing. Some people come in at 40 with a full career under their belt.
Okay, that makes
So
sense.
they're like,
office
I'm
shit.
I'm a psychologist, or I've done HR for 20 years, like, and like the high end HR. So they come in and they go to the military, and they make really good money, have a pension, all this. You know what I mean? And they're like 40 to 60, 40 to 65. They're like, I can retire at 65.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's not that unreasonable. And retire with a full pension, like a kick-ass pension. Especially people with university degrees who have, like, worked in a field.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, I'm going to go join the military at 45 years old. Why? Well, because I'm going to be an officer. So life's hella chill. And I make wicked pay. I have great benefits and pension. And, like, this most stupendous vacation you can possibly imagine.
All right, this is turning into a military recruitment ad.
Yeah, this is. It's great. Like, I get it. I get it, you know?
Yeah.
I will say, something I was thinking about the other day. We are super lucky to live in where we are in the world because of the beaches.
He was on a beach taking mushrooms yesterday. I just want everyone to, before we start on this is what happened.
So
Yeah, we have hella beaches.
we have so much beaches. We live in London, Ontario, which is, we're half an hour from Lake Erie, 45 to an hour to Lake Huron.
Yeah.
We have like hundreds of kilometers of beach accessible
awesome.
to us at all times.
Yeah, freshwater beach too.
Yeah, that's the
Which
thing. We can
rocks.
go in and just swim around and be careless and know that we're not going to get eaten by sharks or stung by anything. You
Yeah,
know?
the only thing that's in there is like some ugly fish.
Yeah. Like at most, people get bit by like pike once in a blue moon.
Yeah, but you got to be pretty out there for those, don't you?
No, you got to be in like pike water, dangling your foot in the water off a dock or something. Yeah, like, looking like bait.
I think they call that noodling.
Yeah, like noodling
Fish with
catfish.
fingers. Yeah, those guys are fucking crazy.
You ever tickle a trout?
No,
You can tickle a trout.
how do you tickle a trout?
If you're real careful when they're in the stream. I'm dead serious. In a stream or a creek or a river or something. When they're, because you can see them and they're like just hanging out in the current doing
Yeah, like
this.
pointing upstream but not moving. Really?
Yeah, but they're just like kind of keeping themselves in place.
yeah,
You can go up to them really, really carefully.
yeah.
You slowly walk up to them, and then you gently put your hands in the water, and you start tickling from their back, all the way up on their belly. You just little tickle up to their head.
Yeah.
And then you can just
grab the
and you just
fish.
pick them up. Yeah. Swear to God.
I mean, I get it. If I were to see someone do that, I think they're insane.
But you can do it.
You like
We should do it.
like yeah.
Fall's coming, man. I'm excited. It's gonna be a good fall run, I think, this year.
Yeah?
Let's go out and tickle some rainbow trout.
I would love to.
Dude, it'd be a blast. You're not actually, if the ministry's listening, you're not allowed to fucking do that.
Yeah, if the game ward is listening, we're not doing this. But...
Melanie, the local conservation officer.
Yeah, if you're listening, we actually fish with bricks.
Yeah, I speared a fish once, not knowing that you can't do
You
that.
can't spearfish,
You're not technically supposed to.
and you're not allowed to tickle them.
Like, yeah, you're supposed to fish them like with fair chance is the idea.
How's a spear not a fair chance?
I know, that's what
How's
I
that a
thought.
better chance than a hook?
Yeah, like you gotta be hella skilled to fucking
Yeah.
spear.
Wow, it's really hard.
And there's the light refraction of the water.
Yeah, so it's not actually where you want to go.
No, it's hard, man.
Yeah, and when you're fishing, there's bait.
Yeah.
You're tricking the fish.
I know, I speared a salmon once.
Okay.
Yeah, it was great.
It didn't die right away.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Oh yeah, I smashed it. Yeah. Boom. Like I built a big spear and I
You
through
built a spear.
Yeah, and I went right through his head.
When was this? When the fuck were you
Like 19,
bushwhacking?
19?
Carving spears and killing salmon with it.
18, 19, yeah. Like right before we met. How do you think I was so wiry back then? I was like hanging out in the bush.
All right, Chris, time to go to the bush for 6 months.
Yeah, I would love it.
Yeah, you would love that, actually.
Dude, my dream, okay, you know you see all these shows, the fucking survival shows?
Yeah.
Go survive in the woods for fucking 6 months or whatever?
Yeah.
I don't understand when I watch them and people are like crying like little bitches.
Because it would suck.
What? What?
It would suck. You're a different type of person. It sucks in the woods.
No, it does
The
not.
woods is fun to visit.
Really?
It's cold. There's bugs. There's animals around that aren't very nice to you. It's boring.
Dude, that's I love the bush.
I like it for a while.
I would want to hang out in the bush for like I could do it for a year, I think.
Straight. By yourself.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You couldn't do the lack of social interaction.
I could do it for a year for sure straight. If you put me with a group of people
Oh,
and,
yeah,
like,
build a little society.
and
Sure.
had to like survive in the woods, I would be so okay.
I think by month, if you put you and a group of people in the woods with like no link to the outside world, I think within 8 months it gets real weird.
Like things start getting weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. A society would form.
Yeah.
And it would get
Odd.
It would get odd. You would see the side of people that you would never be able to find
Yeah.
before. Like stuff that people just have pushed way down.
Yeah. That's exciting.
It would
man.
just be fucking violence and fucking the whole
Yeah.
time. Like someone would die, I think.
There'd be animalistic nature going on.
Someone would get like clubbed to death.
You think so?
Yeah.
Like Piggy from Lord of the Flies?
Exactly like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there would just be an altercation, and like this guy that you'd think was be normally like super nice, it's a good guy,
Would just lose his
would
shit.
just like have this burning fire in him and just kill a man. I like shit like that would start happening.
You think so?
So like someone would just like forget how to talk.
No, you gotta like stay on purpose. The big thing I see with any of these shows is that people waste time.
You have all the time in the world.
Yeah, you don't though. You don't. Like they get dropped out in the middle of nowhere and they just waste time. They talk about things they're discussing. It's like, no, you need to start doing
Action.
action. You need to take action at like immediately. Like you need to get dropped, and the first thing you do, like, all right, what's the first thing you do if you get dropped in the middle of the woods?
If I get dropped in the middle of the woods,
First day. What's your objective of day one?
fire.
That's it?
No, that's number one objective.
No, that's not
Shelter.
the number one objective. You're wrong.
Shelter.
Shelter.
Something to protect me if it rains.
Yeah.
'Cause if it rains, I'm fucked.
You're fucked. Fuck the fire. You're rained on.
That's true.
Yeah.
I build a mound of crossed sticks to get me off the ground, so when I sleep, the earth doesn't suck the heat out of me.
Yeah.
And then I try to get something angled above me. If I've got a tarp, then that's easy, GG. But if it's like I gotta build something, then I don't know, find something.
Yeah, you have
big
no
meaty.
tarp or anything. You have like
No
a
tarp.
knife.
I have a knife,
You have like a knife and a hatchet.
a hatchet. I cut down small trees
Yeah.
and like lay them. That's what I do.
Yeah. Okay.
And then in there, if I can make it big enough, because the trees will be young, they shouldn't just like catch fire immediately. Is try and build a.
Do you know what the
fire.
best thing to use, honestly, for instead of doing stick stacking?
What's that?
You do like 2 rows of stick stacking to get you off the ground.
Yeah.
But the problem is like they fucking invite a lot of shit.
Okay.
So you lay a whack load of pine boughs down.
Okay.
Yeah, you want pine boughs.
Plus, sleeping on sticks would suck.
Yeah, you want tons of pine boughs.
Because what happens
Fuckloads.
day 2 if I have to start working on more survival shit and I'm sore?
Yeah, exactly. Well, you got to get used to sleeping outside.
Yeah. I mean, sleeping outside and sleeping on a bunch of sticks that I've cut is probably pretty awful.
No, it's a good time, man. You've never done it?
I've done.
We're gonna do this.
I've done a week trip on an island.
Oh,
where
with
we brought,
nothing
like,
though.
tents.
Oh yeah, no. Okay, what we need to
No, because I'll die.
do? No, you're not gonna die. You're gonna.
I have allergies.
This is a great idea. We're gonna do this before summer's up. We will record an episode
In the woods.
in the woods.
I'm scared of skinwalkers.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, you won't be scared when you're preoccupied with death.
Yeah, that's how I'm gonna die, is the skinwalkers. And I talk a lot of shit in society about these kind of things, so I feel like I'm inviting bad energies.
No, you're fine.
I make fun of people that believe in ghosts and shit all the time.
You're fine, man.
So the second I go out in the woods, there's all the ghosts that are gonna be waiting for me.
No,
Like, talked a lot of
we're
shit.
totally gonna do this. I'm excited. We're doing this.
I would go on a camping trip, yeah.
We're gonna go 3 days. Crown land, no tents.
I have one stipulation.
Well, you can bring water. A bunch of water.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the stipulation.
Yeah, you can bring a bunch of water.
I don't feel like shitting myself.
Saw, hatchet. I have life straws and shit that I
Yeah,
use.
that's or something like that.
Yeah.
I think I have old iodine capsules too.
Yeah, iodine capsules don't work for everything.
No?
No, it's a lot of bacteria make it past that.
Okay.
You need like
Tastes like shit.
yeah, you need like a life straw is the way to go.
Mm-hmm.
I have a little pump too. I have one that you throw it in and you pump it and it goes through a ceramic filter.
Oh, okay. I had a buddy who had the one. We would take it on this trip, and he'd like show it off one time, and he's like just standing in the lake, like sucking through it or whatever. And we're
Yeah.
like, cool, wow, that's awesome. And he's like, yeah, man, you could like piss in a pot and drink it through this, and you wouldn't even know. And I was like, cool. And he's like, yeah, go ahead. Like, no,
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 not gonna drink piss.
no, we're not. I'm not watching you drink piss. Actually, if you want to do that, that's fine. But yeah.
Man, it's honestly, yeah.
I want to learn. I would trap. I think if I was in that scenario.
No,
I'd
let's
find
do
a
it.
way to
Let's do it.
trap.
We'll go out with nothing. We'll go out with nothing. Are you down?
No.
No, we'll go out with
No,
nothing.
it wouldn't be that
A
fun.
hatchet. It's like a hatchet, a knife. You can bring like a water bladder with like, bring like 5 liters of water.
I don't think it'd be that fun.
Really?
Yeah, I think we'd have an awful time.
No, it'd be a good time, dude. I'm telling you, you'll feel so good at the end of it.
Honestly, what might be the best thing out of this is just like getting a dopamine reset.
Yeah. Yeah,
just
no
make
phones.
myself as miserable as possible for 3 days.
No phones, no nothing. Your 3 days, you got to survive. No food.
phones, no booze.
No booze, no food, no cigarettes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
No, those are good. They keep the mosquitoes away. We have to keep bringing those.
All right. You won't want them.
Dude, if you stick us for 3 days in the woods with no darts, we're gonna hate each other.
No,
It's gonna get
you just
real
stay
rough.
on purpose. You just keep working on stuff.
I guess.
Because you're like, day one.
Shelter.
Shelter. You got shelter and fire.
Yeah.
So you get your shelter built, get everything ready.
Day 2.
And then if you have time, you collect as much firewood as you can. You look at that pile, and then you get 3 more of those.
Yeah.
That's the rule. And then you figure out a way to kind of cover it, keep it dry,
Yeah.
start a fire, heat up a bunch of rocks, place the rocks inside your shelter.
Mm-hmm.
Get your shelter nice and warm.
Day 2, I build a hydroponic gardening system.
No.
So we can have cucumbers and tomatoes.
Cucumbers and tomatoes.
Yeah.
You're allergic to tomatoes.
Yeah, those are for you. The cucumbers are for me. Day 3, we channel electricity.
Out of the fungi, the mycelium network.
Yeah, we find out how
Have
to
you
talk.
ever seen this? You can plug into
I know the
mushrooms.
mycelium network.
You know,
If I think about it too much, it freaks
fucks
me out.
up. Yeah, that's some real shit. I
I
watched
know.
a guy like literally walk out with a multimeter and like shoved it in 2 mushrooms that were apart, and there was measurable voltage. Mm-hmm. And I was like, "That's fucked."
And there's a
up,
layer
dude.
of that over the
Every
whole
world.
world.
Yeah, it's what keeps our soil together.
It is. And also, when everyone talks about like what's the species that's going to take over after humans,
Mushrooms.
it's mushrooms. Because if you see, I think we've talked about it. The zombie mushrooms.
Oh, the ones, yeah.
Like, there's some freaky shit that the mushrooms do to people. People already have toe fungus.
Oh yeah, with there, it's growing on.
It's
us.
growing on us, and as it works our way into our bodies, it's going to know more about us because it all talks to each other.
Holy.
Exactly, dude. Be scared of the fucking mushrooms. Every time you eat a mushroom, just think about it for a second.
Do you ever, man? Okay, I'm gonna throw this out there.
Okay.
You ever eat some mushrooms, like normal button mushrooms or
Okay.
whatever, and then you like close your eyes and see some shit?
No.
No. Eh?
No, I hear it.
Do you?
I hear echoes of times past.
You know what I'm talking about? If you're real focused.
See shit?
Okay, the one time
You ate
I was eating like cremini mushrooms or something.
Okay.
I had that and like a puff ball. I had a chunk of puff ball that we found outside. Mm-hmm. And I'm eating it, and I fucking laid down in the grass, and I'm just laying there, and I could like see a native woman from a long time ago. And I was like, whoa!
Okay, you're not actually.
What? I'm dead serious.
Come on, dude.
Dead serious, dude. It fucked me up. And I could see writing, and I didn't understand what the writing was.
Whatever you ate had something in it.
And maybe.
This is mushrooms from the wild?
Yeah.
Okay, no, just as an aside, all mushrooms in the wild, they're totally edible and safe.
They're not.
And they won't fuck you up and they won't kill you. So you talking about just eating mushrooms and seeing a native woman. What did she say?
She didn't say
couldn't
anything.
understand it, probably.
She
different
didn't say,
language.
yeah, she didn't say anything. Jesus. No, she didn't say anything to me. She was just there.
She was your spirit guide.
I could just see her face. I can remember to this day what her face looked like. I could draw her if I had.
That was
a
your
long
spirit
enough
guide.
time. It was
You
weird.
started on your journey now.
It was very weird, and I would see her at different points in her life. It was so strange.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Like, I'm dead serious. I just laid there in the grass with my eyes closed, and I could see.
And you could see this native woman.
Yes, and I could like see her face in different parts of her age.
As she aged, you could see her.
Yes.
Maybe she
But it
died.
wasn't linear. Like, it wasn't linear. Like, it was that I could see her like in different. Yeah. Oh yeah, man. It was.
Maybe
fucked
she
up.
died on that spot.
And I remember-
the mushrooms absorbed her memories.
It might have. I remember like touching the dirt and being able to like dig into the dirt. The more I dug my hands into the dirt, the more I could like.
I think you had a
be in it.
psychotic break. If I'm not
No,
wrong.
dude.
This
no.
sounds insane.
Dude, it was insane. I fucked me up, and then I opened my eyes and got up. I was like, God damn.
Were you
Wow.
by yourself?
Yeah, man. I was just out foraging around the woods.
Is this again when you were spearing fish?
Yeah, like I used to do this all the time.
What
I lived
woods?
out in the country, man. I lived out in the country, so I would just go fuck off into the woods for the day. And
That's-
I like found a little meadow, and I found a puffball, and I was like, oh, fucking puffball mushroom, sick. And I had a bunch of stuff with me. I had a backpack.
Yeah.
So I like made a little fire, cooked up a fucking puffball mushroom with some
And then
butter.
saw a native woman's life.
Yeah, I had butter and garlic with me, and I cooked up.
You
a puffball.
brought butter and garlic.
Yeah, I was.
Why
like,
are you bringing butter and garlic?
So I set out to go find shit to eat. Huh? What do you mean?
I like how you have the foresight to be like, I'm going to go out and find something to eat, but I'm bringing stuff that spoils
Yeah,
because I'm going to find it that quickly.
yeah, I knew I was finding it. I had my mom drop me off once. She dropped me off for a week in the woods. I said, drop me off. I picked a spot. It was on the edge of Lake Erie, and I was like, drop me off and come pick me up in a week. And she did. It was sweet.
Like no fight back at all on that?
Oh, no. She was like, I don't know. But I'd done it so many times, like, and she was like, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, she just dropped me off out there. I fucking hung out in the woods for a week.
By yourself with your thoughts.
Yeah, I had a tiny little tent. You've never done this?
No.
What? That's crazy.
No, it's crazy to do that.
Is it?
Yeah. Unless you, I don't know. It seems like something someone would do if they needed to like write a book.
Man, I used to like just fucking off.
I can't imagine you because even in this conversation of us sitting here, you've had like 9 people text you.
I've had 2.
Okay. You're
Excuse number
constantly doing stuff with people. And I think you do it like because you like that.
I like it, but I like being alone.
Yeah?
I like my alone time.
I can't imagine you because if you're by yourself, you're not talking. Like,
Yeah,
I feel like that would, not saying you talk a lot, but like
I need to.
you need some sort of social interaction with other people.
No, I get focused. I get very focused on what I'm doing.
I feel like it would be weird to see you on day 6 of that.
Dude, like, I came, my mom came and got me and was like, how was it? And I was like, great. She's like, you just camped in there? Yeah.
Fine.
I like
It
caught.
was fine.
No, I like caught some fish. You
Did
do
you-
kind of talk. You do kind of talk.
Yourself?
Yeah, like, cause you're. Well, you like. I don't know. You're like, oh fuck, you know. Oh wow.
Oh, a fish.
Yeah. Like, holy shit, a fish. Wow, you're big. You're like that. You know?
Oh, so you're talking to the fish.
Yeah, like I guess. Yeah.
Did you have like a backup plan in case you like didn't find any fish for 4 days?
No,
No way.
I had some trail mix with me.
Okay.
A trail mix
Enough
and-
to survive a week?
No, I had like some trail mix and beef jerky. I snared a rabbit. Caught fish. Yeah,
And then, okay, what else were you doing other than setting up and eating? Were you just fucking around?
Yeah. Just fucking
Walking around?
looking at stuff, climbing up the cliff wall and shit. Yeah. Fishing. Yeah. What?
Like, I don't know. It sounds a lot of fun if you were to do it with, like, 2 other people. Like, by yourself, though.
Yeah, nighttime's weird.
Lonely.
It's really nice. Nighttime's the weirdest. The first night that I ever did it freaked me out.
Mm-hmm.
Because you go and, like, you're cool and everything's fine. You get comfortable kind of being alone in the woods. Like, you get comfortable and, like, kind of confident in yourself that you're like, I'll handle whatever happens.
Yeah.
But then nighttime comes and you make a fire and you start being like, did I get enough firewood? Like, am I set up enough? And then you really want the fire on because you can't see everything out there and you can hear things near you.
Yeah, that's true. You lose sight.
You lose sight, which is like your main defense. And when you're alone and you don't have someone else to back you up, like, you feel vulnerable.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you fucking...
That would be strangely vulnerable.
It is very vulnerable. Yeah, you're alone. You're alone and you lost one of your senses. You can see the fire in, like, your immediate area.
You can see 6 feet around it, yeah.
Yeah, and that's about it. But outside of that, you can hear things. Like, you can...
because it's their time to be awake now.
Exactly. Like, deer and shit are walking around, but you don't know what it is. You can just hear them walking, right?
That's fucking terrifying.
Yeah, you can hear them walking. You can hear coyotes. Because coyotes will come and look at you, and I've seen them. Because sometimes they get too close. They'll get close enough where you can see their face, and they're watching. And then you're like, ah! And they're like, oh, and they'll fuck off. Like, they're scared of you. Because you have fire.
Yeah, true, I guess.
So, like,
you are an apex predator.
Yeah, they're freaked out that you have fire.
Right.
And, like, can control fire. To them, fire means get the fuck out of here. There's fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're just like, oh, but imagine,
watch.
like, if you had the top down, like, there's your little circle of light.
Yeah.
And then 3 feet past that is just animals.
Yeah, it is sometimes.
Just watching.
I've had it before. I camped once out by, like, along the Niagara Escarpment.
Mm-hmm.
And I could hear stuff and kept hearing it. And I loaded the fire with shit. Like, loaded it up. Because I was like, there's something around me. So I loaded it up with a bunch of stuff and I threw a ton of birch bark on it. It got real bright all of a sudden. And there was like 6 coyotes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking terrifying.
Yeah, I like, because it gets all of a sudden gets really bright and then they know that they're all lit up and they just freeze.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, there's a lot of coyotes.
I mean, if you had a dog with you, that'd be the dream.
Yeah, like maybe. A dog, like, keeps you company, right? Companion. Yeah, and you know that they will help you.
Yeah, like, if this shit gets dire with the coyotes, like, the dog's gonna take a couple.
Yeah, the dog's gonna help you out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't bring a cat.
No, you can't bring a cat.
The cat's
Going on a survival
leave.
trip, I brought my fish.
That's
Wait,
why
what?
dog is man's best friend, dude.
That's true.
That's why.
I would spend a full day naked. If I knew no one else could come around.
I mean, I spent like hours naked in the woods.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when I was fishing, man, like I'd wash my clothes.
Yeah.
Like I only brought like 2 sets of clothes. So like there is one day when my mom dropped me off for a week. I remember washing my clothes and I was like, fuck. And then I just took the clothes I was wearing off and washed them. So I'm drying them anyway.
Yeah.
Dried them out in the sun and just like sat there fishing. I had a little fishing pole and everything, you know.
A little fishing pole.
I can't believe you've never
No.
wanted to do this.
Not really.
Why?
I don't know. It's just not my thing, really.
You've never wanted to go out there and just...
I like camping. I like in a tent and shit.
Yeah, like I had a little tent when I went that
Yeah,
time.
like all the individual activities you're talking about sounds great.
I didn't bring a tent. I brought a tarp.
Yeah.
I brought a tarp.
All the individual activities sounds awesome.
You just wouldn't want to put them all together.
I
We
don't
should do it.
We should do some winter camping.
Dude, I
That
would
shit
love
is
to.
terrifying.
I've camped, the coldest I ever camped, December 30th.
That's nuts.
Yeah, for one night.
You actually really have to prepare for that.
Yeah, it's no joke. You'll die.
You'll die like without even knowing
It was
dying.
minus... Oh, it was minus 17 when we went camping.
Yeah.
And yeah, I got too cold. Fire went out. My buddy wasn't prepared, so I gave him stuff that I had to prepare, and I jeopardized myself, and I got so sick. and he had to like carry me the fuck out of there.
He had to carry you,
Oh yeah, because I gave him all my stuff because I was like, he's gonna be so cold,
and then you got so cold.
and then I got too cold. I had too much.
You
faith.
camping like in the snow?
No, we had a little tent, and I had a fire going, and the fire went out, and yeah, the fire went out, and he like I woke up and I was like, oh man, wake up, and I got up and I puked was the very first thing I did.
Not a good sign.
And I was like, fuck, that means my like digestive system does not want to work right now because it's cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, fuck. And he's like, oh, whatever, man. Like, maybe you ate something bad. I was like, no. Like, my chest is cold. And I'm like, grabbed his hand and, like, put it in my shirt. Was like,
And it
touch
was
my
cold?
chest. And he was like, oh, your chest is cold. Yeah.
Oh, you almost died then.
Yeah, when I got home, I had to sit in a hot bath and, like, warm my body back up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was rough.
I bet the bath felt nice.
No,
Actually, I bet it hurt.
it hurt like a
That hurt like a
motherfucker,
motherfucker.
Yeah. It hurt. Yeah, I got home. My mom was like, what the fuck? Yeah, it was brutal.
Yeah. I like see a guy, he does that all the time.
Does what?
But he'll make like these like tunnel shelters for himself.
Oh,
in, like,
the
hard
tunnel.
snow.
I'll say this: snow is your best friend.
Yeah, it's
camping.
insulating.
Yeah, it's so insulating.
That's why they make igloos and shit.
Yeah,
It makes sense.
yeah, it's the best one for sure. Best part of it.
Yeah. I don't know. That actually seems scary because in like in a normal survival scenario where it's not winter,
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of things like if they were to happen to you, you can react. You can't change the fact that it's super fucking cold in the winter. Like that's just a constant threat that you have to deal with.
Yeah. The other thing is, if you run out of firewood, it's much harder to source firewood.
Cause yeah, it's
You got to get real good at coring. Where you take a log, because the logs sit under the wet and they freeze and thaw, and it eats the log. But you have to take the log and then shave off all the outside, and then you're left with the dry core of the log.
which is much less wood.
It's much less wood, so you're collecting fuckloads of wood to get a little bit of wood.
yeah.
Yeah,
And like I don't know, chopping down or chopping up wood that's frozen.
a lot of energy. You
Lot
get
of
sweaty, and then when you cool off, you get cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard.
Anyone who's worked in a kitchen knows walking into the walk-in freezer when you're sweaty.
It's rough.
That's tough. That'll
Yeah.
make you sick.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, you got winter camping is a lot more balance. You have to know to like pace yourself, be kind of fucking chilling. Yeah,
I mean, half the fun for camping with me is activities.
yeah. So the
you get to do?
activities are surviving.
No, I want activities like jumping off of rocks.
What, into water?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, we could go cliff diving.
I would go cliff diving anytime.
Yeah,
I love that.
really?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Do you know a spot?
Yeah, I know
Okay.
a couple of spots.
There's a quarry in St. Mary's.
Yeah, we can go there.
That place rocks.
Yeah,
Rocks.
rocks
quarry.
because it's a quarry.
Yeah, that place is fun.
Yeah,
It sort of got me over some of my heights shit. I used to be real queasy around heights.
really?
Yeah.
Cliff jumping's fun.
And it was like cliff jumping, and then you know the aquatic center down on Wonderland? Or am I thinking of Warren?
Yeah, Wonderland.
Wonderland. Yeah. With the where the summer games
Yeah.
were. They let us go to the like second highest diving board.
Yeah,
And I was like at the top of that at like 13 years old. Like, whoa.
dude,
It's so much higher than
I
you
used
think.
to dive there.
Yeah, I know you used to dive. Another one of Christian's activities that he used to do.
Yeah, I used to dive. I was on like the Ontario dive team.
Why'd you stop?
I did an inward dive off that platform you're talking about, the second highest one there.
Yeah.
I can't remember, 15 meters, I think.
Yeah, sounds right.
Yeah. I think it's 15 and 20 is the top. So I'd done a bunch of stuff off 20. Like, I dived off 20 many, many times. It is freaky because you have so much time.
You have so much time.
Yeah, before
Like
you
if
hit
you
the water.
watch someone go down, it doesn't feel like that long.
a long
But
time
on
when
the
you're
way
doing
down,
it.
you're like, oh.
Yeah, and you're micro adjusting. But no, I did an inward dive off the 15,
Yeah.
and I hit my head.
Oh,
So like
coming
an
down.
inward dive, like if there's the edge of the
Your back is away.
yeah,
from
this
the
is the
dive.
edge of the platform. You walk out to the platform, and then you turn around, and then you jump and dive in.
Like you jump backwards doing
backwards
a
and
front
dive
flip.
in,
Yeah.
and you fold and dive in, and then release your legs up. And I did that, and I hit my fucking head. I didn't jump far enough back.
Oh,
I
fuck.
slipped a little, and I hit my head off the platform, which is a concrete platform.
That hurt like a motherfucker, I bet.
It knocked me out. And then I just kind of fell to the pool and woke up and remember hitting the pool in like darkness. And then I sunk into the pool, and they leashed me out.
They leashed you? What does that mean?
Because the deep end's too deep for them to grab you once you get past a certain depth.
Okay.
So they can't pull you out of there. They have to shove a pole down with a leash on it, and they just grab a chunk of you and like pull whatever they can up to the surface. The lifeguards pull you out. So they leashed like with a pole with like a dog catching leash.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And they just yanked you out of the
and
pool?
they just pulled me up to the surface, and the lifeguard grabbed me and
You have
pulled
to
me
get like
out.
CPR and shit?
No, they pulled me out and woke me up, and like I fucking came to. Maybe I did get CPR. I've never asked.
That's pretty fucking crazy.
Yeah,
That's
and
scary. That's also another time. We're just going to name this episode Times Christians Almost Died.
Yeah,
That's another
that
one.
scared the shit out of me, and I stopped diving after that.
Yeah, I think I would have a tough time getting up on
Like
the
I
board.
went back and I was still trying to dive, and I was so like gun shy on it, and they said they're like, you're
just-
either gonna get over it or you can't do this anymore.
Yeah, because you wouldn't try anything, would you?
Yeah, you don't have the
The fearlessness.
of
because
just trying a new dive because you're constantly like
remember
afraid
that time
of it.
I almost fucking died,
But I almost fucking died in the pool. Yeah,
and then you couldn't get over it.
just couldn't get over it.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Like that really could have. Even if you landed on the water wrong, you could have just died.
Well, cause I just remember coming back to like it definitely at least dummied me. Maybe didn't knock me out off the concrete.
But rung your bell a bit.
It rung my bell, and I remember like kind of gathering myself and being like, "Where am I?" And then just like looking at the ceiling and just poof, and it was like hitting fucking concrete.
Yeah, it would
And then
be.
you're out cold, and I just sank.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Like looking straight up at your arms, like wow.
Yeah, and you're like, what? Like, because 15 meters, you drop and hit water, it's hard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially flat on your back.
Especially when your bell's half rung.
Yeah, you're not ready for it at
yeah,
all.
at all. You
Like, bite your tongue off.
yeah, it fucked me up, man.
Damn.
Yeah, that startled me.
I think the closest I've ever been to dying is just like almost getting in really bad car accidents.
Have you never had like a good near-death experience? Like a good one where you fucking get close.
Yeah, like I spun out on ice in a car into the oncoming lane and didn't
What?
get hit.
Holy fuck.
And like went like spun because it was on Clark Road where there's those big curves.
Yeah.
And I went up the one side because I was like fucking young and dumb. And the back end went out, so I went sideways into the oncoming lane, through the oncoming lane onto the other side.
Holy shit.
In like traffic time, and just like sheer
Just
luck,
missed.
I just like went in between a couple cars.
Yeah.
And I remember like sitting in the car, like, and I couldn't do anything. I could just sit there and look at my hands and be like,
Yeah, it scares you.
yeah, it does.
Dude, I remember coming around a corner on a dirt road. I came around this corner and I drifted in my mom's fucking car. I felt so bad. I drifted and then I came to straighten out. I was like, I'm gonna pop another e-brake and just do like a fun drift the other way, and then I'll straighten out and go. And I popped it, and it swung way too hard, and then I came back and caught, and it shot me. You know those big like 6-foot ditches?
Yep.
Shot me into a field over one of those.
Yeah, you were telling that it took the bottom of the.
The front of the car. There's like plastic on the front. I missed a fucking telephone pole by like 1.5 feet.
Yeah, that would have just destroyed you.
Yeah, I would have killed me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I missed telephone pole like by like 1.5 feet, and I remember watching it go by the fucking window
Yeah.
and being like,
Wow.
yeah, wow, death is right there.
I remember one time we were hanging out with a bunch of friends, and I don't think I'd known you had arrived yet. I'd gotten there first.
Yeah.
And I had a couple already, and I was like standing at the bar, and you came up behind me and put me in a choke.
Yeah.
and I couldn't get, for however what I was wearing or whatever, I couldn't get my hands to you to tap. And you were just like, and you're tapping me, and I've got the fucking darkness from the edge of my vision, and I actually had a thought of, like, this could be it. Like, Chris is just killing me. But I remember I was, like, really trying to get... I think you put, like, one arm over my arms and chest, and the other one like this. And, like, got your elbow under my chin or something like that, because I couldn't fucking tap out. And you were, like, talking to other people, like, oh, look, we got him. I'm like... I'm fucking dying. And then, like, I'm, like, about to pass out. Like, my legs are almost going.
Like,
and you just, like, let go. You're like, good to see you. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, it took me a minute, but I was like, dude, what the fuck was that? And you're like... I didn't think I was only on like 10 seconds.
Yeah, it's shocking
It
how...
probably like wasn't even that long or that bad, but I remember like, like I'm just talking to like Brian, I'm like, hey, what's going on? And then all of a sudden my brain's got no blood in it.
Yeah, it's crazy how little amount of pressure you got to put to knock somebody out.
You must have just had it like right on those.
Dude, if you hit those on either side, if you hit that,
it's like 2 seconds.
dude, like, yeah, 2-3 seconds, you like vision starts closing in.
And it's fast.
Yeah,
and, like,
it's really fast. It's like, whoa.
I couldn't hear anything. It was just like,
yeah.
yeah, and I remember being like, yeah, I'm dead. That's it. I'm dead. He's just
You wouldn't
killed.
have died. You would have been knocked out.
Yeah, I know.
Have you never been knocked out?
I have been knocked out.
Okay, yeah.
But in the moment when you're getting knocked
Yeah,
out, you think you're
gonna
dying. Yeah, I've been knocked out once by that. I don't know if it was from
chokehold?
you, but someone choked
Not
me
for
out.
me, no.
That was weird. Apparently, I just went like after, like my whole body like
Tensed up.
tensed up. Like my arms went to my sides, and I like banana curved. There's that time, and then I got knocked out twice in fistfights.
What?
Once when I was like 18, 19, and then once when I was like 15.
That's hilarious.
We were doing buckets and gloves at a buddy's house when I was a teenager,
Yeah.
but we only had one helmet and one pair of gloves. So they were like, well, one person gets the helmet, one person gets the gloves, which didn't make sense. And I got the helmet. Or no, I got the gloves. So I've got the gloves and he's got a helmet, and I'm just fucking teeing off.
No, what? Yeah, that didn't make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense at all.
Yeah, the person...
But it was like, it wasn't like a hockey helmet. It was like,
Yeah,
was
the
like a
person
boxing
with
helmet?
the person with the
gloves gets the helmet.
gets the helmet. They should have both.
They didn't do this, and I'm just teeing off on this guy that's like 40 pounds bigger than me, just trying to make anything happen. And he was just like, bah! Like straight into my nose and just knocked me out like one punch.
Dude, it's sketchy. Getting punched in the nose, you can dislodge it,
Yep.
and it'll kill you.
I don't remember the fight. I
Yeah.
just remember like on the ground, my eyes opening, and like 8 dudes looking over me like, oh my god!
So good.
But yeah. Normally you get knocked out from getting hit on the chin weird.
Yeah, if you rock
Right?
the
Like
chin.
it'd be like the
Yeah.
chin back or to the side or whatever. But yeah, like apparently this one was just like a straight to the nose, and it knocked me out.
if you rock someone straight on, a lot of times you can knock somebody out. A really cool one, you can knock them out with a straight chest punch.
Yeah?
Yeah, you can drop somebody with a chest punch or a gut shot. You gut shot somebody like
Go for the liver.
their bottom left hand side.
Yeah.
If you get right in, like right on that oblique, and hammer it, you'll drop them and they pass out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
from the
one,
pain,
it hurts
I
like a
think.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
And
I don't think it's a real knockout. They pass out from the pain.
they pass out from the pain, and then also if you hit it hard enough, it tenses
Yeah.
and you can't get it to untense
And you
like
just
consciously,
drop.
and your just body like
Yeah.
collapses in on it.
Yeah, I've seen.
You ever been punched in the kidney?
Yeah, I got punched in a boxing fight, like one of the fights. The guy hit me like 4 times in the same fucking side in the back, like right on the fucking.
Yeah, it's right in your kidney.
Yeah,
Piss blood?
yeah, for
Yeah.
like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2
It
weeks.
hurts
It was
so
like,
much.
yeah, you're peeing and it just stings.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was like, oh my god, man!
sit?
I knocked that motherfucker out though. Yeah, kicked my ass and I knocked him out. I was so happy with myself.
And then you just couldn't sit right for like a week.
Oh,
Every
dude.
time you go to like lean back. Ah!
Yeah, yeah, true. You're like,
Yeah,
little
oh
bitch
my God.
noises.
I didn't even get hit hard enough in the kidneys to bleed when I pee, but taking a shit.
Oh yeah, when you start tensing.
Ah!
Yeah, I remember sitting, taking a shit, being like, just waiting for it to fall out. Like, don't push.
No, you gotta push. You
Yeah.
gotta give one push and then it hurts so bad.
Yeah.
You feel it in your prostate.
Oh, it's brutal.
Right in the bottom there. It's like there's this line going from your kidney to the back of your dick. You're like,
Yeah.
ah!
Oh fuck.
It's like a guitar string. Someone's just like, pong.
Yeah, it's fucking brutal. Eh? You look at that. Like, I was thinking about this with skateboarding. I fucking skateboarded the other day.
Did you?
Yeah,
Extreme sports.
I know. And I was like, damn, man, I'm used to get injured so much. I have been injured so many times in my life, but not in the last 4 or 5 years.
No, we've been taking it pretty easy.
Yeah, like I hit a line and was like, I'm not getting injured anymore.
No, like there never used to be the conversation in my head of, hey, you could really get hurt. You could really get hurt.
Yeah,
doing this.
that
it was
just
like
never-
doesn't care because it's like, what am I gonna do? Get hurt? No. But
Yeah.
now
What's the worst that can happen? I'll get
there's
hurt.
like risk assessment before I do
Yeah, like
certain
get
shit.
hurt, can't go to work, can't pay my bills,
Yeah,
homeless.
girl's gonna leave me homeless.
Yeah, life's over.
Just because I decided I want to like coffin dive this hill on a longboard.
Yeah, dude, I used to love coffin diving.
Yeah, I know, but like,
I was
how do you
so-
stop it?
Dude, you literally just put your feet down and hope for the
You
best.
put your feet down and hope for the best, or if you have those weird gloves with the
puck
reinforced,
gloves.
you're like,
I had puck gloves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But other than that, you're kind of just along for the ride on a public road
Dude, I
over a blind hill down there that you can't see.
I remember so many times coffin diving hills and getting.
A coffin dive is when you lay down on the
Yeah,
board.
for anyone who doesn't know,
If
you
yeah,
lay down on the
feet
board.
first, you're laying flat on the board.
Yeah, and you're like kind of looking down over.
You're like,
yourself.
yeah, you're looking over your chest.
Yeah.
And you can like wiggle, you can,
Yeah,
where you lean on the
side to
board.
side, and that's how you steer. And
It's incredibly
and
fast.
you're sketchy because you're holding the board on your like kind of by your kidneys, by your waist,
Yeah.
and like leaning, but trying to not lean so much that you're gonna destroy your hand on the like on the
Yeah,
on the
because if you
ground.
go too far,
You'll
your
pinch your hand.
knuckles
yeah.
hit the pavement and they're gone.
Yeah, immediately. Yeah, I remember going down in Byron, and I got to the bottom, and I was like, holy fuck, and I'm trying to stop, and I could not stop, and I'm coming up to fucking traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, I can't stop, what am I gonna do? And
Bail?
I fucking ran the board up into, like, I hit a fucking driveway, went up, and went straight into the fucking bottom of the guy's deck.
Oh!
Just, like, smashed through the lattice he had around his porch. Smashed through it. Like, boom! So loud. It throws me into the fucking, like, under his house, kind of. Yeah. Like, and it's, like, immediate, right? It's so fast.
Because what you try to do, if you're good enough, is you can, like, skip into the bottom of someone's driveway, and that pops you up on the sidewalk, kind of, and then
Yeah.
you just ride on lawns.
Yeah,
Until you
slow down on
But
the dirt.
if you're going that fast, that kind of precision is
It's
not
so hard.
It's so hard. Half the time you just hit the curb and skit down the
Yeah,
gravel.
and you get thrown.
Or you just hit someone's car in their driveway.
Yeah. Yeah, which is crazy.
Which-
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you're going, and then, like, you fucking put your feet up because you see the car, and you smash into the car, and your board goes flying underneath the car.
Yeah, you just go like 2 heels into his rear door.
Yeah.
because because if you lay flat, you're just gonna hit like drivetrain. It's gonna kill you.
Yeah.
So,
You'll
like,
die.
so you have to like kind of get up and just slam into this door.
Dude, I remember the one time I was going down a hill, and I was going way too fast, and I couldn't fucking stop. And I would drift. Like, I'd kick the tail out to try and get it to fucking slow me down to, like, brake. And it would hit and just, boom, and like swap me back to drive. And I like couldn't hold the balance. Like it was too fast
Yeah.
to hold the balance between. And I was like, fuck, man, I'm not good enough for this. And I'm going way too fast. And I'm like, now I'm in this like weird reversed position. So I try to slide again and get myself back. And I was like, fuck it. I'll just step off. I'll just like run off. Because you can, if you're not going too fast, you can run. You can like fucking get ready to sprint and you hit the ground running.
Yeah, most of the time you just eat shit.
You eat shit. Yeah, there's a very fine line where you can actually run off the board.
Yeah.
And you got to be quick. Like, you got to be fucking
you gotta. Your
fast.
first step has to hit perfect.
Yeah, it has to hit perfect, and you got to be fucking lightning
It's
fast.
got your first step has to be way ahead of you.
Yeah.
Most people try and do it in line with their body.
Yeah,
their
you can't.
first
It'll
step,
just take
and
it
you'll
out
just
from you.
take-
Yeah, you're gone. So I fucking step off, and I got about 2 steps and hit the fucking side of the road, and it was gravel, like unpaved side. And I hit the side and slid for like fucking, I don't know, probably 20 feet. Yeah, like just gone.
Picking rocks out of you.
Yeah, I was backwards.
Yeah.
So I hit, land, spun, slide, and so it just pulled my shirt and shorts up and just skinned me. Oh, it was horrible.
Turn you to a crayon.
Yeah, dude, I lost my fucking right nipple.
Is it back?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
back. Yeah.
Weird that it will do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the skidding on gravel is such an intense pain.
It's horrible.
Like you get up right away and you don't even like recognize the hurt yet. You just see all these rocks in you and you're like, oh fuck.
my buddy slid on fucking asphalt, like new asphalt, going fast, and he slid out and he fucking skinned his belly so bad that like both his nipples and his belly were scab. Like full scab. Yeah, it was gross, dude.
Yeah, hospital time.
Yeah, I don't know if he went to the hospital.
You should have.
Probably.
He really fucking should have.
He's Ukrainian, tough motherfucker.
No hospital, just imagine that whole scab coming off in one piece.
Oh, so gross, dude. I wonder about how that scab came off sometimes.
Ask him.
I should.
Hey, remember that time?
All right, folks.
Chris has shit to do.
Thanks very much.
Stay reasonable.
Keep doubting.
Good night. We love you.
Reasonable Doubt Podcast. If you guys like funny, hilarious, goofy, goober, silly boys podcast, that is a good place to find yourself.
That was a good one.